Hey guys, I'm just here filling in for Loz. We're with Jason. It's one of the locals with a little rogue deck called Magnamon X. Yeah. Do you remember your matchups? It was a couple of days ago, I think.
I versed Imperial.
Yep.
When did I verse round 2? I think it was Imperial Magna X.
Yeah. True. Cool. Nice.
Yeah, it was
Cool.
a short one, only three rounds, but
Yep. Sweet.
Yeah.
Still some pretty good decks. Imperial's nothing to be sneezed at this meta. But anyway, just take us through the deck.
yeah. First up, run the Demi V eggs. You want them for one of the V-mons, and the 1k DP is
Yep.
super relevant.
DP good.
Yeah, DP good. It's pretty straightforward about that. Not really much to say. Then it comes to the V-mons. These are the best V-mons in the deck.
Yep.
4 of each of these. This one's just for the cheaper cost for the draw. That's not once
Yep.
per turn, and just a really good searcher.
Search, get your Davises and stuff as well,
Exactly.
for sure. Yep.
Right? These are the best V-mons. Definitely want to run these at a 4 of.
Yep.
No argument there. You have
I-
to run them as 4
Yeah,
ofs pretty much.
Completely agree.
Then it comes to the V-mon ratios and
Yep.
your other ones. I run 3 of the red-blue V-mon
Yep.
as well. The DP is really good. The effect is solid. Not always the easiest to trigger, but
Yep.
you do get quite a few V-mons on board in a lot of situations, and it makes it really good. And
Yep.
it's also really nice to have one of these because you can get your other stack into a Magnamon X for a lot cheaper, and it just
Yep.
lets stuff go in. Especially if you get 2 of these, 2 cost reduction effectively,
Yep.
crazy.
Yeah.
I like them at 3. The 2k DP is really nice, but you can run them at 4, can run them at 3, can run them at 2, whatever you like. But you do need the Demi Vs if you
Yeah,
want to run
if you're
him,
running him, yeah,
'cause
for
it
sure.
only goes on green or purple or Demi V.
Yep. Sweet.
Then I also run 2 of the jamming V-mons. I like these. You can run these at whatever ratio, 1, 2, 3, 4, 0.
Yep.
You need more V-mons, you've got to play something else.
Yep.
And then 2 of these V-mons I also run. These
Yep.
ones are kind of bad.
Yeah.
So
It's just an extra searcher, really.
yeah, he's just like a worse searcher, strictly worse than this guy. But
Yep.
it's like you can run 4 of these, or just 4 of these if you
these,
want to
yeah,
search. These are you kind of like extra slots.
Yep.
This is where people put like Pokemon and stuff like
Yep.
that if they want to. You can run 1 more Veemon, I'd say at 16, which is about probably the most you want to run.
Yep, for
It's
sure.
4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, yeah, 15.
Yep.
Yeah. So 16 is probably the most you want to run,
Yep.
but I'm pretty happy to
Yep.
run 15.
15 rookies good.
Yeah. And then probably the
Yeah.
most...
Especially like with the, I'm assuming you play the Davis where you can just cheat so many into play. So it's like
Exactly.
you never have enough V-mons, like honestly. So
Yeah.
I
Then-
think that's fine.
We get to the level 4s, the best Magnamon, the goated Magnamon,
Yeah.
incredibly good. He's a security bomb.
Yeah.
He's got a good effect and just like armor purge blocker, really good. Have to play him at a 4 of.
And he's
I
got
don't-
sweet art too.
Yeah, I don't think there's any contest about where
Yeah.
you play him at a 4 of.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Same as this one, pretty much always a 4 of. Can
Yep.
run him as a 3, I guess, but the
Yeah.
unsuspend's really nice. I love him with the jamming one, especially if you can get a jamming one
Yeah.
early on.
Yeah,
and
that's
you get the-
like ever since it came out, that was the play with it with the jamming one. So yeah, that's, yeah.
This one's also super relevant in the mirror, so you can get like
Yep.
DP to swing over.
For sure.
But yeah, I think you have to run it as a 4 of.
Yep.
Probably the most controversial would be that I run these as a 4 of. These are
Yep.
the same one, I just don't have all the Evo Cup ups.
Yeah, just different arts. Yeah.
I really like this one. I think I like him as a 4 of because I want to make sure I see my Magnamons. You can run him as a 2 or a 3.
Yep.
It's fairly popular as well. Running
Yep.
him as a 2, so you're like 10 level 4s is pretty common, but I like that you get the draw on his death and then you get to play out, so you can dodge DP reduction.
Yep.
So it's like if you have Magna X on top, you can armor purge a DP reduction and then to go into this one to then get to play out your Veemon.
Yep.
So you've effectively still gotten something. And if you have a searcher underneath, you get an extra search. I think the deck really needs the draw.
Yep, for
and,
sure.
So I really love. I just really love this one.
Well, yeah, I don't like mind that at 4 because you just run so many rookies. Like one of the reasons, because I play this deck as well, one of the reasons I run mine at 10 is because my rookie count's a little lower.
Yeah.
But yeah, but you run like what, 15 rookies and then 12
15.
champions? Yeah, I think it's completely fine.
I play 2 Zudos.
Yep.
I think 3 is probably better, but the space in this deck is
for sure.
really tight.
Yeah.
So I just play 2. Super good. I don't think I really need to explain much about Zudo.
Yeah.
He's fucking cracked.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Then we get to the star of the show, obviously. Magna X.
Yeah,
Right?
this
4 off.
really balanced card.
Yeah,
Yep.
extremely balanced, extremely good.
Yeah.
Does all the stuff. Magna X, yeah, he's a 4 of. And then after that, I guess for my bigger top end would
Yep.
be the Jesmon GX.
Jesmon, yep.
I really like this guy. If you can get some nuts plays with him
dude.
where you do your swing with Magna X, get your immunity, and then go into Jesmon, and then if you have like a stack, so if you have like a Magna on top of a V-mon, and then you're going on this guy, and then you can play either from trash or hand another Magna. So then you play one of these, so that gives you the unsuspend, so you get to go again, and then that's 4 checks you're doing now.
Yeah,
so
pretty
if
much.
you you pretty much get to do their entire security, or you can basically use an Omni for game.
Yep, for sure.
It's just extremely
it's also,
good.
Yeah, you can. Obviously, the 2 scenarios you pointed out for sure is probably what comes out a lot. Sometimes you can use it if you don't have the blinding ray as well, and you just want to protect the stack for a turn, and you've got the other Magna in trash. Like it can really help out with that too.
I think the biggest problem with it though can be when you go into it, you have to pretty much be looking to close
the game very quickly. Yeah, for sure. I totally agree. Yep.
I think it's okay if you put them in a really, really bad situation.
Yep.
Like a real combat trick to just put them in a bad spot.
Yep.
But otherwise, it can. I have lost games going into this guy, checking all their security turn 2, and then just not being able to close it out.
Yeah, because you can't recur the protection. Yeah, for sure.
Which is really good. I like him, but it's definitely not.
Do you think you'll keep him at 2?
Yeah, I think I like him at 2. Like you can go at 1, but 2 to me just makes a lot more sense. Just to make sure you can see him.
Same. Yeah.
Then we get to more staples. Always play the 4 Davis.
This one's super straightforward.
Yeah, super good. This is why you play all the V-mons as well. This lets you get it out. This is why you sometimes have so many V-mons.
Yep, for sure. Totally agree. 100%.
The other Tamer you can play is the Memory Setter Davis that searches. But, I'm not the biggest fan of him. I prefer Shu Yulin.
Yep.
She's also a memory setter. Your V-mon that's 1 cost less just needs to see a Tamer. It doesn't need to see a blue Tamer. So she works for it. And you can Mind Link and then take her away, so still use her memory setter. Because she works with the Magna X, she works with Jesmon as well, because they just X anybody. So it gives you block, reboot, and alliance, so you can do all your swings and then reboot, and you're still good. And the alliance basically means, if you've got extra V-mons out, you've got extra stuff out, you just got to do it. If you have 2 Magnamons on board, then you can just alliance one with the other, so they both get the unsuspended, and you're just doing 24k 2 checks, right? Like it's
insane.
It's still just, it's really, really good. I really like her. The other safer option's the Davis, but
I think it also kind of starts to make sense why you play like the ratios you do, because you're not playing the Davis. You're like your other cards kind of value draw and search a little bit more. If that makes sense.
Then I play 1 Ice Wall. I don't think anyone
blue staple.
Some people don't play this. Some people cut this card. I just disagree with them.
That is fair. It's it's been in blue decks forever for a reason. Usually the only reason I don't put it in my blue decks sometimes is just because there's it's just space, but it's a super solid card in any blue deck.
I play 2 Awakening of the Golden Knight. I'd really like to play 3, but space is tight in this deck. I may put in a 3rd. We will see. But right now I'm at 2, and that's paired with 2 Heaven's Judgment. Again, Magnus 3 color, so you just get 24k.
Awesome.
If you happen to have the red and blue V-mon out, you get 30k, which is
for sure
really good. 2 Blinding Ray. This is a really controversial choice. A lot of people run it at 2, a lot of people run it at 3. I like it at 2, probably because I only have 2 of the Ultimate. But I have...
That's the most solid reason I've ever heard.
I've looked at 3, but it's like, honestly, I see this card way too much already at 2. So, but that may be because of how much
then when you hit it
in
in sec, you just cry, because it does nothing,
That's happened a lot. I've had both in sec in some games, which is very unfortunate. Really good card. Reactivates your Magna X, but...
For sure.
2 or 3 is probably where you want to be at, but I'm at 2. And then I play 2 blue memory boosts.
Another staple.
This is probably one of the cards. This is what I'd cut for another Awakening.
For sure. Pretty much kind of doing the same thing, except for that one's drawing you a card. That one's just, I kind of get what you're saying.
This is like the kind of flex slots. I'm like, I really want this because I want to... All the time I'm just looking for pieces, and it can be a bit hard to find what you need in this deck, so I really like having some mem boosts.
For sure.
I'm always looking for Digimon, very rarely looking for Tamers. So
for sure.
Mem boost better than trainings. But these are like the easiest flex slots, but I don't think it's a good idea to cut them down to 0, because I think you'll find yourself struggling.
For sure.
that's the whole 50 cards.
Yep. Any changes you would make? You kind of walked through that as you went through it.
Yeah, I think the deck's a lot easier to play than the vaccine variant.
Yeah.
It's a lot more straightforward. Not to say that there's no nuance in the deck or there's nothing complicated about it.
Yeah.
But it's definitely more of a straightforward one.
Yeah.
I think the hardest matchup for it is probably Numemon.
Yeah, for sure.
And a lot of some options you can do for that is you can put in the older Magnamon X, so you
yeah.
get the infinite redirects.
Yeah.
Def X is also amazing in this deck.
Yeah.
I'm just not running it. I didn't feel like I needed it.
Yeah.
But that's also another option that I'm looking to include.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think Ruin Mode's worth it, but you can run Ruin Mode as
Yeah.
well. I think if you're looking to take against the Numemon, you probably put in the older Magnamon X and Def X.
Yeah, and Death X.
And
yeah.
don't
Pray.
worry about Ruin Mode.
And Pray, yeah.
Yeah, and Pray. Yeah. I just hope you see the things you need.
Yeah.
Yeah, so with Dressmon, I don't think it's worth running Ruin Mode.
Yeah, for sure.
But with
Yeah. I think
that
that's
covers everything,
super
yeah.
solid. Well, congrats on the win, Jason. Have a good one, mate. All right.